Fearless whistleblowers and publishers who risk their lives and careers to stand up for truth and justice. Thanks to the courage of sources like Danielle Ellsberg, Chelsea Manning, Jeremy Hammond, and Edward Snowden, the public can finally see for themselves the war crimes, corruption, mass surveillance, and abuses of power of the U.S. government and other governments around the world. Now, Viggo Mortensen, who has been a guest on The Alex Jones Show, had his own statement as well. And he says, as Albert Camus once put it, governments by definition do not have consciences. They have policies and nothing more. Therefore, it is up to all of us free-thinking citizens to demand truly transparent democracy and high, unbiased moral standards for those who govern us. So very wise words there from King Aragorn to help defeat the Eye of Sauron.
Actually, I believe the correct pronunciation is Sauron. Just saying.
Okay, well, wise words there from the peanut gallery. Travis is single, ladies. Anybody that wants some expert knowledge on the Lord of the Rings? Right back there. Now, coming up, have you always dreamed of becoming a member of the federal family? Well, we will tell you how you can get your own card to become a Snitch Society member. Coming up next.
Hi, I'm Dr. Group. Today, I'm proud and excited to announce a new product to the INFOWARS Life product line. Introducing the first proprietary oxygen-based intestinal cleanser, OxyPowder. Backed by real FDA-approved phase 1, 2, and 3 clinical trials. People are suffering from all kinds of digestive issues these days. All the toxins from the air, the food, the water, everything that you're exposed to on a daily basis ultimately ends up in the gut or affects the gut. My main focus was to come up with a remedy for this, something that's safe and effective that anyone can take on a regular basis to keep their intestinal lining clean. You have over 30 feet of intestinal lining that can be compacted, that can be toxic, that can be full of parasites, fungus, bacteria. What are you doing to keep that clean and flushed out? My recommendation is to clean your intestines at least 2 to 3 times a week to prevent the toxic buildup from going into your bloodstream. You owe it to yourself to take your health into your own hands and start cleansing your body today with OxyPowder. Secure your OxyPowder today at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com.
Hey guys, Rob Dew from InfoWars.com, and I want to give you a quick sneak peek at what's going to happen tomorrow on the Alex Jones Show. Probably at noon Central, we're going to be joined by the legendary Rick Ross here, who at one time was the largest crack cocaine dealer in Los Angeles and California, and probably even the United States, but has since learned, the system and what's going on behind it. Now, Rick, I guess when you first found out about these alleged government connections into this drug dealing, how did you feel?
Didn't believe it.
You didn't believe it?
No.
And then at what point did you finally come to the realization that, yeah, it actually happened?
Well, I mean, even I started seeing all the evidence, and I still was like, nah. And it was only until the government said themselves that, yeah, we were involved. I mean, when I was like absolutely positively sure that,
yeah.
I'm like, they investigated themselves and they admitted that they were involved. Wow, who could not believe it now, So,
And there's still people out there who want to deny it. And this, if you look at what the war on drugs produced, it produced a larger prison population. It produced a lot of people into that system, which has basically become indentured servitude because they're getting people to do work for free. They got you when you get out. You got to pay money into the system. I mean, you've been dealing with all this stuff.
my
I mean,
God.
it is just a system
phone
built
calls
on.
that cost you 25 cents a minute. I
There
remember when
you
they
go.
used to be 50 cents a minute when everybody else out here was getting it for like 5 cents. you
Oh
know.
yeah. And so, how long were you in prison for?
I did a total of 20 years in about 3 months.
God, I can't even imagine. And what was it like when you came out? What was the first thing you did?
What did I do? Oh, get on the bus. No, I just been trying to get my life back together.
Right.
You know, when you've been taken away from society for 20 years, you know, it's like a transition that you have to constantly get used to. And I'm still getting used to it now. You know, I've been out almost 6 years, but it's still a transition. You know, that just got off parole, and you know, I still have a thing when I see cops, I start trembling. You know.
I do that too. I mean, that's the mark of a bad system. I mean, the cop should be the guy that you go to for help, not the guy that you're looking at going, wait,
Yeah,
is he going to get me for something? Is he going to make up something? I mean, we've got, you know, tapes after tapes of people getting, you know, manhandled by the cops, getting slapped by the cops. Recently, we just had one guy. Yeah, a guy said, "Oh yeah."
See these scars in my face? All those are from police brutality. You
Really?
know, while I was handcuffed, yeah.
God.
And they let the dog bite me, and
Oh yeah.
planted drugs on me. You know, they couldn't catch. I mean, I was selling drugs, but
Right.
they couldn't catch me selling drugs.
Right.
So what they did is they just planted on you.
They do that to a lot of people, and we've even caught them on tape doing that. You see, it's just amazing what goes on. There are some good cops out there, but you know, we got to point out the bad apples when we do see them.
And this drug war creates bad cops.
It does.
I mean, any time that they put your promotion on how much drugs you seize and how many people you arrest, that's bad. That's bad policing.
It just came out that there's a wish list out there for property that they can, you know, we're trying to look for boats, or we're trying to look for big cars, or, you know, they've created a wish list now. So they're basically looking at the human people as targets. Everybody's got a target on their back at this point. Anybody can potentially be a target.
If you have a nice car, nice house.
Oh yeah, you could be next.
Jury.
Exactly. And I mean, at the time, how big was your organization? How much were you running at the time when you got
We
busted?
were doing $1 million. Well, when I got busted, I wasn't selling drugs
Okay.
anymore.
Oh,
I quit.
All right.
But when in my heyday,
Yeah.
because you know, I wised up and said, you know what, pretty soon you're gonna get caught. You know, these guys are planting drugs on you.
Right,
now,
right.
And it's only gonna. I mean, they shot at me when I was unarmed.
Really?
Yeah, they shot at me. So I was like, you know, it's only a matter of time before one of them is gonna get, you know, get what he wants and either kill you or you know, send you to prison on one of these bunk charges. So I quit.
God, man. Well, we're going to get the rest of the story tomorrow with Alex Jones live, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central. Rick's going to be doing at least a 2-hour interview. We're going to get him in here for the nightly news as well, and also sit him down for a documentary that we're going to be making about this whole phony drug war that they started basically to prey on the American people, prey on the people who didn't have enough money to pay for expensive lawyers, because if you get caught with drugs and you're rich, well, you can get out of it. But if you don't have the infrastructure and the system backed up upon you, well, forget it. You're going to jail for a long time.
Bye-bye.
Yep. This has been Rob Dew for INFOWARS.com. Join us tomorrow on The Alex Jones Show.
Peace.
Another major health threat, this one in Toledo, Ohio, where everybody in the entire city has been told not to drink the water.
Ohio's governor declaring a state of emergency.
Did you know that the average person uses about 80 to 100 gallons of water at home every single day? If there's a water emergency, will you be prepared?
Panicked residents forming long lines throughout the day.
We're here at a supermarket in Toledo. You can see the shelves empty where water once was.
To stay safe and healthy during a crisis, you must have access to safe, clean water. Water which will not be available at your local grocery store.
There's a mad dash on right now to stock up on supplies.
The ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system is a must-have for every modern, independently minded household. Protect your family's safety during an emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
Hi, I'm Dr. Edward Group. Today I'd like to talk about the war on women. You've experienced and heard about the benefits of Super Male Vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Each of these ingredients works synergistically with the female body in order to maximize overall vitality. You've heard the reviews and the feedback on how the original Super Male Vitality has revitalized relationships. Now, both the man and the woman can have the revitalization in their own bodies with Super Male Vitality and Super Female Vitality. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
And if you plan on visiting any NFL games this year, you too can become a member of the Snitch Society. The Department of Homeland Security's See Something, Say Something campaign is pumping the stadiums full with propaganda. They're giving promotional mouse pads. They're urging attendees to watch their fellow Americans for unusual behavior. And they're asking football fans to keep their good eye open and report all suspicious activity. So are they hinting to the all-seeing eye there, or the eye of Sauron? Even though terrorism is basically non-existent here in the United States, the Department of Homeland Security is pumping out this fear that the only way to stop terrorism and stop terrorists is spying on your neighbors. It's the first line of defense. Now, another arm of this Snitch Society is going to be school health screenings. Now, it's under the guise of helping struggling school children deal with complex emotions and mental health issues, is what we're being told. But of course, there is more to the story. Now, the Obama executive orders that were written in the wake of the Sandy Hook shooting introduced a number of policy laws that are designed to mandate mental health programs and screening and include gun talk as part of the deal. WorldNet Daily reports that critics say personal information scooped up in the screenings will be logged into databases that will follow the child throughout his or her academic career and beyond. Public schools, which have increasingly taken on aspects of psychiatric clinics in recent years, are going to get infused with more than $150 million in federal grants. They're going to further this agenda of Obama's 2013 executive action titled, "Now is the Time to Do Something About Gun Violence." So basically, the schools are charged with pumping your kids full of drugs just so they can sit still in these robo classrooms where they're basically just being trained into being good little puppets of society, good little robots. And then they're going to use these mental health issues to bar children from their Second Amendment rights before they even reach adulthood, which of course is the plan to take away guns from veterans and probably police officers who are suffering with PTSD. Now, obviously, there are people out there who are too mentally disturbed to do anything, really take responsibility for any area of their life, let alone be able to own a gun. But how will these mental health screenings be used in the future to deem someone unfit? Will insomnia bar you from having a gun, or depression, stress? Basically, they could take anything from medical marijuana or alcoholism, and also prescription drugs. I mean, more than half the population is being prescribed these prescription drugs, as well as a lot of children who are in school getting diagnosed with ADHD. So these could be potential things that are deemed to say a person has mental health issues and shouldn't be allowed a gun. In the words of Ray Bradbury, he says, "Insanity is relative. It depends on who has who locked in what cage." Well, thank you for tuning into the show tonight. On behalf of everyone here at InfoWars, I want to say thank you to the brave men and women who sacrifice so much, putting their life on the line. Now, if you are watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button to the Alex Jones channel, and then head over to Prison Planet TV and consider becoming a member. Your subscription allows us to bring you all of this content. You get instant access to nightly news, as well as 18 years worth of Alex Jones rants. And of course, you can share your username and password with up to 11 people at the same time. Thanks again, and we'll see you here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central.